בוקר טוב חברים. We're already up to Zivug part B. Zivug, getting the kids married. So getting yourself married if you're not.
It's so funny. The night before, a friend of mine, he has a daughter. I saw him the night before. I saw him at a party. Talking about Zivugim. I told him, Pele, I sent him a screenshot.
Okay, the link. Al kol panim, so we learned that a father should not be cruel on his kids. הגיע הזמן, שחרר אותו. That's one. Second, if somebody knows that he doesn't have money, don't wait for your dream to become true because that's not going to happen. תעני, קח אחת ענייה, the same level, ויפתח בקדוש ברוך הוא שייתן לו ברכה. And, אומר הרב, ואם לא ימצא בעירו, and if you don't find שידוך in your city, ילך מעיר לעיר, וממדינה למדינה, ויסיר מסווה הבושה לבקש אישה. זה לא בושה לבקש אישה, זה opposite. זה אומר הרב, היא אבן הראשה לגדר ערבה וסוד הקדושה. You want to have holy life? צריך לדעת, צריך להתחתן. And therefore, אומר הרב, צריך לדעת, זה לא בושה להגיד או ללכת לחפש אישה from city to city, or to travel. We see, it's hak. קוף באלף. וגם על הבת, עוד דקה, אני קצת כמה שעות לפני מעלה. In any event, we see some people, the zivug came to them, and some people, they went to the zivug. It's hak. Eliezer brought his zivug to him. Rivka came to it's hak. Versus Yaakov Avinu, he went to find his zivug. So to Moshe Rabbeinu, Alach el Be'er, and he found his zivug over there. He had to travel from Mitzrayim to Midian. Some people, the zivug came to them, and some people, they had to travel to find their zivug. זה לא בושה. זה לא בושה. זה דבר גדול מאוד.
It's a normal thing. It's a normal because Moshe.
We see our avot.
Yeah.
Some of them, the zivug came to them, and some they had to travel long way to get married to their future wife.
I'm saying, does that do like the man for the people who are?
Man, מה אתה אוכל תשתך?
No. I'm saying the man according to your midot or to your.
לא, זה לא שייך. זה לא שייך.
That's what I'm saying.
לא שייך. הלאה.
That's a good point.
וגם על הבת, ציבור רבותינו. Now, till here we're learning about the boys. Let them go, let them fine. Now let's talk about the daughters. וגם על הבת, ציבור רבותינו ז"ל. כולנו זקנים. בראתך בגרה, שחרר עבדך ויהווה לה. The Gemara says, in Masechet Pesachim Kufid Gimel, how important it is to get the daughter married, that even if you have a slave, שחרר אותו, give him a get שחררו, ושתתחתן איתו.
איתו, כנעני? give the daughter to the slave? בחייהם. איתו, ברור.
Take the money and become free, become Jew.
אתם מוכנים?
Gemara אומרת, the importance of not to leave your daughter getting old in your house. No, I want the best for my daughter. Sometimes the father, the mother, parents, all parents, they want the best for the daughters. But sometimes what in your eyes is the best, the outcome is the worst. Keeping the daughter at home when she's 26 and 27 and old.
Nobody leaves their brother to 26. You just the sin doesn't come, Rabbi.
No, you'd be surprised.
Any parents in this day will want who don't want to marry his daughter in a normal way.
אני מכיר לא אחד ולא שתיים ולא שלוש ולא ארבע. Parents, they have daughters at the age of 32, they're beautiful, אבל האמא לא נורמלית, היא רוצה אחת שאלה, so the daughter של הפרנסה. Meaning, תקשיב טוב, she had a little hard time, so she wants to prevent her issues from her daughters. And meanwhile, they had three beautiful daughters. The oldest is 32, and the youngest is 28. ולא נשואים. It's the parents who prevent their daughters to get married. A lot of parents. הרבה.
Their problems.
Exactly. They bring their own problems to the kids.
It's not just money. It's a lot of things.
But money is the best thing that we all going to agree about. That's a lot of issues over here. But money. Okay.
That could be at 20, 22.
חביבי, אני מכיר לך.
26.
אני אומר לך משפחה. אני אומר לך משפחה. מה יותר טוב מזה? אל תדבר. אתה ברוך השם חיתנת, רק תתפלא שהבאת בעזרת השם בזמן. In any event, צריך לדעת that sometimes the parents, they keep the daughters home. לא, I want to get a check. לפעמים יש לך אימא that she's control. הלייסטר, הילדה מסכנה. זה כמה פעמים, you know how many times, I know, but you call the parents, you call the mother, the one who stopped is היה אימא. No, you gotta check, חלאס, check, okay, next. לא, אבל הוא, she'll find all the problems. And she keeps the daughter home. עם הבעיה, הגמרא אומרת, you know how it's so important to get the daughter married fast. Sometimes even faster than the boy. עד כדי כך, that even if you have a slave, יש לך עבד כנעני. שההלכה is, שאם אדם יש לו עבד כנעני, אם you give him a get שחרור, you release him, he becomes a Jew. Right? It's a love. אבל הגמרא אומרת, שאם בכדי לחתן את הבת שלך, you better off, תן לו גט שחרור, ושהבת שלך תחתן איתו אפילו. למה? אומרת הגמרא, אז הוא לא מפרשים why, because by you keeping her getting old and older, היא פשוט תיפול לזנות. היא תעשה את זה בסוף. אז למה לא תהיה חכם? תעשה בהיתר ולא באיסור. זה מה שאומר לך פה.
So that's the reason.
Yeah.
And does it say a certain age or?
אנחנו כל הזמן מכירים את ה-age. We don't have to say the age, we know the age. צריך לדעת. הגמרא, חביבי, הגמרא אומרת לך כמה חשוב זה לחתן את הבת. Don't put a firm, for the perfect, because you know she's not the best, and she's not the perfect. וגם אתה לא ה-perfect. טוב, לכולנו יש מעלות וחסרונות. פחות או יותר, it looks fine. מידות טובות, don't let the money block. Don't let the money be the one to open the door or to close the door. כסף בא, כסף הולך. מידות זה מה שנשאר בסוף. So if the boy has a good midot and the family is, Admoni, good people, Kadosh Baruch Hu is going to send, is going to send parnasa bezat Hashem gam ken. But to keep the daughter home because of money, זה אסון. זה אסון. אומרים לך פה crisis. שולחים crisis. איזה crisis? יש לך הרבה אנשים עושים שטויות. יש לך הרבה הורים, גם כן, לא הכי חכמים גם כן. אתם מבינים? מה?
יש הרבה יותר בנות מגברים.
נו, זאת אומרת, אז מה אתה רוצה עכשיו?
אז יש שידוכים קייס.
הבנתי. ברוך השם יש גם כן גירושים, יש אלמנות ואלמן. So we even, don't worry. אז בואו נמשיך הלאה. על כל פנים, צריך להבין שלפעמים you think that you're doing something good out of love. I'm not saying that the parents are bad people. Opposite, they're good and over. But that over chokes the kids. אני הכרתי מישהו בגיל 42, 42 years old, not married. יש לו כסף, יש degree, הכל. פעם אמר, Abba Sheli, my father choked me out of love. Hanak oti me'ahava. Hanak. Mirav ahava. No, lo ze. And I want the best and the best and the best, the best. Hanak oto. He choked me out of love, my father. שמעתם מה זה? לפעמים צריך להפעיל שכל. Yeah, we love our kids, but you have to know also, look at yourself, go to the mirror, and תראה מה אתה שווה, ואתה לא יהלום. אז תיקח, זה לא משנה, אבל גם להרים, parents have to be normal. פחות או יותר, the family is a good family, צריך לדעת מידות טובות. When you have a good midot, the midot is going to travel with you wherever you're going to go. Money is not going to travel with you everywhere. We see people overnight but midot, it sticks with you forever. As imesh midot tovot tikach, and if she is good and he is good, לחפש, you're not going to find the best. לא היה ולא יהיה. אז זה מה שאומר הרב. וגם על הבת, ציבור רבותינו, how important is to get married? You know how important that they tell us if you have ברתך בגרה, she get old, שחרר עבדך, release your slave, ויהבלה, and give it to her. למה? If she stays home, תדע לך, זה לא בריא. It's not healthy. נמשיך. ואשרי האיש שישמע לדברי חכמים. Fortunate is the person who's going to listen to החכמים. Meaning, הוא כבר מכיר סיפורים הרב, שלא הקשיבו לחכמים, and they end up paying a very, very, very heavy price. אבל אין הדבר מסור ביד האדם שאינו יכול למוסרת ביד נבל או בליעל. So be careful not to give it to someone that's בליעל נבל. ואל ילך בגדולות לבקש איש עמיד בנכסים, and don't look for someone that has a lot of money. אלא, אפילו אם לא ימצא אלא איש עני צנוע, you're going to find someone has no money, אבל מרס, ומעלה, has good מידות, הולך פתאום בדרך טובים, מהור ימהרנו לה. Take it for your daughter. And what about פרנסה? וברכת השם יתעשיר. הקדוש ברוך הוא going to give them ברכה. ולפרנסה בעזרת השם. מה?
הוא ספג מהאדון, לא?
לא שומע.
אז עבד כנעני שאתה משחרר אותו שזה לבת, כמובן שאתה רואה
ודאי, אתה נכון, בוודאי. הלאה.
what does it mean? ביד נבל ובליעל.
Be careful לא למסור אותה באדם קרימינל. הלאה. וידוע גם כן מאמרם ז"ל שאמרו לעולם ימכור אדם כל אשר לו וישיא ביתו לתלמיד חכם. חכמים tell us, you know what it is to have a son-in-law who is תלמיד חכם? Sell whatever you have to earn תלמיד חכם.
So it says תלמיד חכם, that means for sure he has midot. When we categorize תלמיד חכם, זה כלול midot.
Not so much in the morning. You have to really see that he's a good midot. Right? Pele Yoetz is saying it.
כולל.
כן, אבל there's people.
There isn't everywhere.
So here תלמיד חכם.
אנחנו מדברים פה על אדם בן ישיבה.
He's complete.
בן ישיבה.
Right.
מי שלא בישיבה, אין לו משהו קודמי, אמון פה ערב. אין כזה דבר.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
אני לא אמרתי בכל זה מישיבה. עשה מי שבישיבה, most likely שיש לו את המידות הטובות, וגם כן, most likely שיהיה תלמיד חכם, או שהוא כבר תלמיד חכם. You have to understand דבר כזה. In every group, in every community, you're going to have the... Exactly, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you want your son, you want your daughter to have a good marriage. You want to make sure that someone is going to respect her. I told him, when the parents are calm, do you know when the parents are calm?
When the kids are happy.
When they see that the husband respect their daughter. Parents, when you have a daughter, what do you worry about? That the husband is going to treat her nice. That's all what a parent wants to see for the daughter is someone that is going to treat her nice. That's all.
And vice versa. And vice versa? On its son?
הבעיה זה לא ככה, הבעיה תמיד זה when parents, they look for a son or for the daughter, it's different when you have a son. אז אתה עכשיו אתה תראה אצל אברהם, it's different. שרה, עליה, כל אלו, אתה צריך לדעת שכן. בת, אתה תמיד רוצה לדעת שהבעל is going to treat her nice. That's all parents care. עכשיו, לפעמים, sometimes, the parents, אתה יודע, לא רואים נכון. לא רואים נכון. במקום לראות את הבחור בצורה נכונה, they don't. או the opposite גם כן. יש לפעמים חתן, לא חכם. He's not smart. You have to know, you have to understand her parents. They care one thing, that the daughter is happy. That's all they care. If, עכשיו, אומר לך הרב, why it's so important to marry for תלמיד חכם? כי כשיש לך תלמיד חכם, אז יש לנו הלכות בשולחן ערוך. כתוב, again, תלמיד חכם שהוא the follows ההלכה. Number one, it says, הוקירו לנשייכו. Honor your wife. מכבדה יותר מגופו. It says, אוהבה כגופו, ומכבדה יותר מגופו. Someone that follows this halachot, he'll never, ever, ever, ever gonna raise his voice on her. Who talks about even raising his hand, but I'm saying even voice. אתה מרחם עליה, אתה מכבד אותה. It's between you and her, you go first. You have something, you go shop first. יש לך one pillow, you take first. אומר לך פה, מכבדה אוהבה כגופו, ומכבדה יותר מגופו. מכבדה יותר מגופו. If that's how you grew up, and that's the halachot that you learn in the kollel, in the yeshiva, and that's how you become, then which father is not going to want to have such a son-in-law? אז התלמיד חכם, מה שעושה, it's an insurance שהבת שלך is going to have a good life. שהבת שלך is going to have a good life with such a person. כשיש תלמיד חכם, ואני אומר בין תורה, תדעו לכם, the marriages are beautiful. קודם כל, I'm sorry to say, there's no cheating. קחו תלמיד חכם, ובין תורה. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, יש לך פה אהבה. He loves her, he cares about her. אז כשיש לך בבית תורה, you have a good marriage. כשבבית אין תורה, הגמרא אומרת, מי שנותן את הבת שלו לעם הארץ, למה זה דומה? לארי. לאריה, נותן את הבת שלו לאריה. אריה בא, אוכל, טורף, ממשיך הלאה. תלשון דגמנה, בא, בועל את אשתו והולך, לא מעניין אותו כלום. He doesn't see her, he sees himself. He comes home, he sees himself. She is here to serve him. You know, she doesn't count. ויש כאלה לא הרבה ככה. ופה אנחנו לומדים הפוך. התורה אומרת לנו כמה צריך לכבד את האישה. כמה צריך לאהוב, כמה to be sensitive and to understand. אומר לך, that's why הגמרא אומרת, sell everything you have and get your daughter, marry your daughter to תלמיד חכם. וגם כן אמרו, הנושא אישה יבדוק באחיה. Also, you gotta also check the family. It's a package deal. You can't say I'm marrying only her. It's a package deal. ככה, אישה טובה, צריך גם כן מהמשפחה גם כן.
אבל
כן.
רחל ולאה לא היו. זה היה להם אח מאוד, איך התורה, איך היה...
לא היה להם אח.
לא.
רחל ולאה לא היה אח.
אבל רבקה אח שלה היה לבן, לא?
נכון.
איך...
לכן מה, אז יצחק לקח אותה אליו, הוא לא עבר דירה לשם. עניתי לך, הוא לא עבר דירה לשם. That's one.
אז אם יש האחים לכם, אתה צריך לעבור דירה, יעני, ללכת במקום אחר.
תראה, אם אתה רוצה בחורה ויש שם אח כמו לבן, that's the choice. האור החיים הקדוש says in פרשת תולדות, why it says, ויהי יצחק בן 40 שנה, וקחתו את רבקה, בת בתואל, אחות לבן. that in 2 psukim later, you're going to see that she had her twins. And you're going to see one was Yaakov and one was Esau. And you're going to wonder, how come if the father and the mother are such a great tzaddikim? How come Shcha Esau? תדע לך, היה דוד לבן.
Wow, what's the potential? What should he have done?
I'm not saying anything. שאלת שאלה, קיבלת תשובה. So number 1, you want to prevent, move. You do not want to move, אין בעיה. יש לך ילד עשר. That's one.
כשאני התחתנתי, לא היה, כשלא היו פה, היו במקום אחר, מה צריך לעשות?
עמד על איסטנקטים. אתה רוצה לעבור לכיוון אושר פרקווה. אתה יודע, זה המחס. תהיה חכם, מדי לא מבין. אדבר הרבה, לא כדאי. נמשיך הלאה. עוד דבר, הרב עליו השלום אמר לי, that this rule doesn't apply so much in our days.
No, the brothers. Oh yeah.
למה? So the עיקר of it is
Just listen.
the
למה אתם בלחץ? Just listen. Rabbi Eliezer Papo told me that this rule doesn't apply so much in our days. למה? הוא אומר לי, הגמרא הזאת applies כשהעולם מתוקן. But in our days, he told me, אין בית אשר אין שם מת. Every family has something over there, some baggage.
Yeah, יש.
באמת, יש לי פרזה,
מתי העולם היה
Just don't say names.
הוא נונה. יש לו 2 בנים שלו. אחד צדיק, והוא out, יעני, ממש, אחד פה ואחד שם. אז איך אתה יכול ללכת להסתכל על...
Right, exactly. So that's what you say. That's what you see today. So today you see some boys, some girls, ילדים טובים, some יכול להיות off. כל עוד באישה טובה, מידות טובות, and you know that, and I want to add, and you have a rabbi, דעת תורה in your house, דעת תורה, בלי דעת תורה, גם מידות טובות לא יעזור. You have to have דעת תורה, a rabbi that can guide the couple, then you have nothing more to worry. Because there is no family, there is no something stink. אין כזה דבר. I mean, יש תמיד, ברוך השם, גם כן, אבל in our generation, אמר לי הרב, במשפחות הכי טובות, במשפחות הכי טובות, the top families, you'll see, יש שם מישהו עובד דרך במינן או ילדה או something. So that's why you don't judge her or him by the brothers. Yes.
What's the reason why it changed so drastically?
I think part of it, it's the galut. When the galut there.
So the atmosphere of the area.
I mean, when the Gemara says check the brothers.
They also,
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. It's not like that. Do you know what's their source? From when do we learn that you check the brothers?
from
No.
no, from the rabbi told us.
Do you remember where? Can I get a Chumash? You want to put a Chumash? No. Let's open to... No.
מהארון שבדק בזה.
בוא נלך לפרשת וארא. No. וארא. On page 167. It says...
Oh, you need to. Why don't you just
on page 167, פסוק כ"ג. ויקח אהרון את אלישבע, בת עמינדב, אחות נחשון, לא לאישה. Do you remember Nachshon ben Aminadav, the one who jumped first to the Yam Suf? He had a sister by the name of Elisheva. And Elisheva married Aharon. So Nachshon was Aharon's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So the Torah says, "Vayikach Aharon et Elisheva, but Aminadav." Aharon married Elisheva, the daughter of Aminadav. Achot Nachshon, the sister of Nachshon. Omer Rashi, Omer Rashi. Yes, Rashi? Yeah. Rashi, third line from the bottom on the right column. Achot Nachshon. So Rashi is bothered. If you want to tell me who Aaron married, just tell me Elisheva. Why do we need to know who's Elishaba's brother? מכאן למדנו, אומר רש"י, הנושא אישה צריך לבדוק באחיה. You want to get, you know, you want to marry a woman, check her brothers. So, now, you're talking, hold on, you're talking, Aaron married Nahshon, sister. אז אומרת, כשהעולם מתוקן, תראה איזה משפחות. אהרון לוקח משפחה משבט יהודה, חשוב מאוד. Yes.
If I remember the class correctly, the rabbi said that that's what your kids would turn out to be, like the brother.
Right.
But what about the wife? It's saying that the way Rashi sounds is it's saying that you want to know who the wife is, check the brother. So is it the kids?
No. She can be great, but if her brothers are bad, from here it says, stay away from her, even if she is good. Why? Because usually the mother takes the kids to her family, and her family is the brothers.
Right.
So the kids gonna hang out with the uncles. So if the uncle is the Ben Torah, the kids gonna turn like the uncles. But if Hashem Yishmor, his mouth is dirty, Hashkafot is down the drain, so the speeches, the conversations that the kids gonna pick up, it's gonna be like their uncles that they look up to, because the mother takes the kids to the uncles. Isha always takes the kids to her family, to her parents.
It works up with Yaakov. Yaakov married Rivka, and
They didn't take
Oh,
the
Rivka.
They didn't take the kids.
Oh, yeah. Yitzhak. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said he took her to him. Yitzhak did never went to her
That's why I got two.
עזוב התורה, אני אומר לך, אתה רואה את ההתנהגה, step one, separate.
She does anyway what the mom showed her.
אבל אני מסביר לך לא ככה, מסביר לך שמה היה different. She separated herself from her parents, not goodbye, and she went she moved the country.
Okay.
So that's why I said you have to have the Hatorah. When you have a Hatorah, so you're going to have, sometimes you're going to have questions coming up. יש לך פתאום wedding, יש לך פה family event, יש לך someone who's over the דרך, יש לך הרבה בעיות. So when you have a rabbi, he can guide you מתי you have a green light to go, and when you should have a stop. You should have a fence to protect your kids. Now you have to understand that the biggest influence on kids is cousins. The biggest influence on kids is their cousins. So when the cousins are not on the same page, זה בעיה. בוא נתן לך דוגמה הכי קלאסית. יש לך עכשיו פה, יש לך cousins. Okay, let's assume אתה בן תורה, and her brothers are not the same path at all. Okay? יש לך עכשיו פה summer, ויש לך birthday. And her brother invites you to the birthday party. מה זה birthday party? יש לך pool, יש לך music, יש לך hot dogs, יש לך הכל. Now, he wants his sister to come with the kids to the pool. נו, מה תעשה? אתה עטרת תורה והוא לא. נו, מה תעשה עכשיו? זה דברים בכל יום. זה דברים בכל יום. These things happens every single day. נו, מה תעשה? So that's where is the big issue. So if you know that's their prop, you know that's the family, אומר לך, don't even bother to begin with. אבל אומר לך הרב, if you're going to check, שזה יהיה ככה, you're not going to find כמעט שיש כזה סיפור. So אם יש לך רב, ואתה ואשתך הולכים על פי דעת תורה, so the rabbi is going to tell you how to do, when to do, and when not to do. הבנת? But you have to know that if you want to be so nice, and you want to take the kids because it's so nice, it's family, all the money that you put for tuition, and all the chinuch that you put in the house, one event can be kazeh matzav, your kids are lost. Ki cousins are the biggest influence, more than friends, because it's a relationship של blood. זה דם. אנחנו משפחה, ואנחנו ביחד. והאדם, המשפחה הזה ביחד, will track the kids to go there more and more. וזה הבעיה. זה לא קל. Don't think it's easy. It's not easy at all. So אם יש לך אישה שהיא באמת חזקה, ויש לכם דעת תורה, ואתה רוצה to protect your kids, so you have to know, sometimes you're going to have to say, I'll have to think about it. הבנתם אותי? Sometimes you're going to have to say, I have to think about it. אבל to feel so free, yeah, it's okay, family, זה לא נכון. זה לא נכון בכלל. זה מה שאמרתי לכם. מה שאומר הרב, בודק באחיה, הרב עליה אמר לי, תדע לך, בוודאי, אם יש לכתחילה, בוודאי, it's super, אבל it's not a rule that applies everywhere. כי אתה רואה היום, many families שחזרו בתשובה, and the kids, some ככה ושום ככה, and you have kids who went to the yeshiva, became very religious. You know how many stories? You have hundreds and thousands, young couples that you can see that their kids are very frum, very religious, and some of the brothers and sisters are off. And Baruch Hashem, they married, they have, you know, the tradition, they keep the halachot, and each one married a different, you know, there is different types of families. Again, אני לא אומר צריך לדבר לשון הרע, אני לא אומר חס ושלום to put anybody down, to bash. I'm not even there בכלל. You have to respect everyone, and you have to love everyone, you have to help everyone of your family. But how close is the relationship? You have to know, זה צריך רב עם הרבה שכל, to know, to guide you, איך ומתי.
If somebody has a rabbi that's not like our rabbi,
we're not talking about not our rabbi.
No,
Let's
right.
stick with our rabbi Moti. That's it.
Does
Thanks.
Hashem,
I answered. That's it.
So I'll say, okay.
Yes. What's your
Does
question now?
Hashem gives guidance, assistance to the rabbi to give the right answer, or the rabbi knows. Because I wasn't asking about our rabbi, that's why.
So you stick with your rabbi.
Okay, so I have no question.
ברוך השם, אתה הכי יפה. יאללה, בוא נמשיך. אומר הרב. נמשיך הלאה. שרוב הבנים דומים לאחי האם, ומובטח לו שבניו תלמידי חכמים. When you marry a family, שהאחים בני תורה, most likely your kids are going to become also like their uncles, because that's the people that they look up to. לכן אומר לך, יש לך בת, תיקח תלמיד חכם. ואתה גם, make sure to go to marry into a family משפחה טובה. And I said again,
is it DNA or just because they hang out with them?
it's because they hang out.
And if you disconnect,
Nothing's going to happen. Nothing. I'm going to tell you something.
I mean, what do you mean what's gonna happen?
What did you ask?
Good question.
if it's if you marry a girl and her brothers are
Okay.
problematic, is it natural that the kid comes out that
I
way, or is
understand.
it if you disconnect, you have nothing to worry?
Okay.
Take her away. Shut up, mouth.
I have an uncle, passed away, alav shalom. When my grandfather, alav shalom, came from Timan, from Yemen, he came with kids. והחילונים, הממסד החילוני, the governments, what they did to those kids, you don't understand what they did. They uprooted all the Yiddishkeit, all the religion. They uprooted, you cannot even imagine. חתכו להם פאות. They put them mix boys and girls in a pool. They took them on Shabbat to a trip. הולכים לקטוף פירות בשבת. אומר למדריך, אסור, you cannot take. אסור מחללי אמות יומת, kid, 6-7 years old, he knows מחללי אמות יומת. He took an orange, אני מת, לא, ראית את עוד שטויות. ובשיטה, they uprooted their Yiddishkeit. I'm telling you, זה איזה רשעות. רשעים גדולים, לא לכם בזה.
Who's the mastermind behind it?
כל החילון, הממסד השמאל.
כל ה-education, כן,
ודאי, זה השמאל, שמאלנים, מה שעשו. You cannot even imagine what they did. And my uncle grew up at that time.
One was in the 50s.
Yes, 56s. My uncle was one of the victims.
Oh, wow.
שככה קרה. So he was very, he grew up. He was born in Teman. שלא היה אחד מחלל שבת, not even one. Not even one. לא היה בתימן a Jew שלא היה לו זקן בפאות. לא היה. לא היה. In תימן, זה לא היה, יש לך פה, options. It's either you're Muslim or you're religious. There's no in between them, because if you go the other way, שם זה Allahu Akbar. If you stay here, זה גם כן Allahu Akbar. You get from the rabbi, from Allah, Shahada. So anyway, it was no such a thing of the derech in Yemen. לא היה. אין כזה דבר. אתה רק בדרך. אין, לא היה. It didn't exist a family or a kid of the derech whatsoever. לא היה מחלל שבת, not one. לא היה כזה דבר. So from being in such a holy community, when they came to Eretz Israel and they uprooted the kids, the youth, b'shita, you can't even imagine. So my uncle was there, and he grew up.
He was the child at that time?
Yeah. My father, Shea Bari, was born in Eretz Israel, and he saw the after, meaning הוא ראה את כל המצב, and he took himself to different direction. כן. In any event, but my uncle, he wasn't that, he wasn't that religious. When Friday, we used to go to visit our grandma, Savta. My father would make sure that we're going to go to visit our grandma when he and his kids are not there.
Wow.
He was afraid that if we get to know him and the kids, not because he hated them, has v'shalom. He was afraid for that we're going to get together and who knows what's going to happen. He kept us like this till age 18. Once we were 18, every time we as kids, we used to travel to Israel, X and Y. Go visit him. Visit him.
So you know the right time.
100%. Once you're 18, you're 20, you're solid.
Right.
So the
camera view.
Haritis, the Hilonim, okay. I'm going to visit my uncle because he's my uncle. I have to respect him. I love him. And we met him. But even when we went there, we knew each one to respect each other. He showed up the TV. So we died there. I had kavod. And even today, the cousins, I know we're in touch. I'm not so close because I live here. But if I go there, we can visit them, we hug them. I know this is me and this is them. That's not my chinuch. But I'm telling you that on Fridays, the day that we used to go to my grandma, she would pick the hour that my cousins and my uncle is not there. But he never spoke ever bad on them.
And you see it because he told you to go when you're that's how
I
you see it.
100%. But that happened only after we became 18, 19, 20.
Did your uncle know? Did he know that your father was going
Did they keep in touch? Did you see them keep in touch, show love, like to each other, keep a relationship before 18?
I didn't know that much. I didn't know. No, I knew he has kids, but no. Let's say we're FYI. When you're at a wedding, we used to meet them. Hi, shalom, wedding. It all was random. We knew.
On the wedding, yeah.
Huh?
The wedding.
Go to the wedding. He would allow all of you to go to the wedding.
The opposite. He invited them to our weddings.
But you
Oh,
didn't go
okay.
there.
No, when you were younger.
I don't remember. I was here. But let's say when we had a wedding, he invited everybody.
Invited to the wedding.
And when we
Have to
came,
invite.
I remember the hugs of my uncles. For me, it was something so special. Wow. I felt special. Very. Listen, the uncle is something special. I mean, you better be a good uncle, and you know what I mean? But yeah, but Abba מאוד פחד. הוא פחד. And again, הוא פחד את זה, and it's not their fault. I'm telling you, it's not their fault. It wasn't their fault. It was this, זה היה the society והculture שהממסד החילוני, מה שעשו. זה היה נורא והיום, שמד. זה היה שמד רוחני.
איך הם הגיעו לשם?
מה זה?
How did your father, the Rabbi Ezra, he didn't go, how did they take the one brother, not the other brother? Like,
אבא עדיין לא נולד.
they just took him, they took him, what did they do?
עשו מועדונים בשכונות, מועדונים.
More influence, he went by himself.
אבא היה בישיבה, והיה אחד הרב יהושע שקול. הוא ועוד רב אחד, הרב קרליץ, שאין לך עוד אבא.
Who took them? I mean, like grandfather.
היו גדולים, סבא, מסכן. היה להם, הוא היה חינוך תוקפני. ומה שקרה, היה קרע. They came with a culture, tough parents that you hit. And the culture was in Israel, if you hit, you get arrested. So you lose the kids.
גם שלחו אותם לקיבוצים.
In any event, אתה שומע? So עידן, that's what I'm telling you, it's not about the DNA, it's about it's about influence, 100%. So if you have the right people with you, the right time, you'll
kill my childhood.
חזק וברוך, רבי חנניה בן עקשיא אומר.
Give some credit.